everybody. Toby Potter here, Global Integrity Finance. We are here in Dallas today at the Leverage Con Real Estate Expo, and we have been meeting with lenders, lawyers, appraisers, and now we have the distinct honor of my good friend Casey with Texas Title. She's here to talk about Texas Title. You've been with them for 2 years.
I have.
But you've been in the industry for like 50.
Right?
Right?
2011.
2011, right after the major crash. Casey got into the title industry, has been calling on us year after year. We've been working together. You're here today at Leverage Con, and I grabbed you and said, get over here. You're going to sit in the hot seat. You're going to tell the world about Texas Title,
Right.
you, and all that you offer to everybody out there.
Right. So Texas Title is obviously located here in Texas, Dallas, Texas.
Imagine that.
We're also national. We're licensed in 23 other states.
Okay. Now, let's talk about that real quick because people don't understand. Even though you're based here and you go into another state, sometimes that state has to do the underwrite.
Right. So we use basically one underwriter in all the other states.
Okay.
So if we've got to facilitate something, we can do that. Or if we're licensed in that state, we can close in that state.
Okay. Because I know that's always an issue. That even though you're Texas based, but we do a deal in Georgia, do a deal in Florida, we have to have a local office kind of administrate it. Right?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. And we love Florida deals, just FYI.
Yeah. Who does it?
I actually have a lady out there in Florida.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Nice. Nice.
Yeah. Yeah. So we're obviously here in Texas, national. I have the best investor closing team I've ever worked with.
Okay. What makes them so unique? Out of all the people that you've worked with, I know Ann is over there, but out of all the people you worked with, what makes this team more impressive than all the others?
First of all, they know what they're doing. And second of all, if it is a closable deal, they will get it closed.
Okay.
And they don't just sit on it. And the communication skills are just on point, which is so huge for investors.
You don't know how many times I've yelled at my phone because of a title company.
I know you.
Because of a title company not communicating.
Yes.
Or they're like, we'll get to that when we can. We are so busy. We got 5 deals this month and we are just buried up. I'm like, I got 5 deals today.
Exactly. Yeah.
And I'm not buried up. I want 5 more.
I know. Me too.
Yeah. So it drives me crazy when we get these podunk title companies that only work from like 10 till 2.
Yeah, no.
And you just can't get nothing done. So we got a team. Communication is over the top.
Communication is over the top.
Execution through the roof.
Yes. Yes. We can close in the office. We can send mobile notaries. We also do remote online, whatever works for you or the client.
Perfect.
We try.
That is one of the things that we were really enthralled about when we were able to, number one, do the remote closings, mobile notaries and all that, but then the online portals simplifies because we just got to keep things churning and burning.
Absolutely. Yes. Yes. We also have some great tools. I was telling you earlier that for an investor looking at a property or for a lender looking at a property, I have a program that I can get you signed up for that will let you pull like a soft title pull, and it's instantaneous. It's $5, so it's not a lot. You can get kind of a good snapshot of what's going on with that property.
And what's it going to show me? It's going to show me who the current owner is, current mortgage, and if there's anything that really jumps out on a above surface look. It's not going to do a deep dive on a chain of title, but it's going to give me a real good snapshot.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. It'll if there's any liens, mowing liens, the weed liens, stuff like that, it'll definitely tell you that.
So it'll help us understand any kind of mechanics, liens, judgments that the previous or current seller has thrown on there that they're not disclosing.
Yes. Yep.
That's awesome.
Which they always.
It always happens. Always happens. And, when that pops up, then we got to go back and get all that cleared up. And that just delays the closing for everybody.
Yeah.
And it makes no sense to me.
Yeah.
So, what's going on in the title industry? What are you seeing in the real estate investment side as a title representative? What are you seeing that's going on in the industry?
I see the investor side picking up a lot more. I think in January, I personally had a banner month in January, and it's just gone up from there.
Nice.
So the traditional residential side has slowed down a little bit. Houses are on the market a little longer.
Right.
But for investors, they are killing it right now.
Now, are you seeing fix and flip, DSCR? What are you seeing as a product line?
We're seeing all of it. We're seeing a new one that we're seeing this year is Novations.
Innovation.
Novation.
Novation.
Yes.
What's Novations? Educate me in the audience.
Novation, I'm going to give you the big view of it. So it would be like you get a power of attorney from the homeowner. You negotiate, if you were the realtor, you negotiate the entire deal, but the homeowner has to sign. You can't sign for them. So it's sort of like a net listing sort of deal, but we're seeing a lot of investors go in and do this as well.
What's the value of it?
Well, the homeowner doesn't want a bunch of people coming in their house. The investor comes in. I mean, it would be like a wholesale deal, you know. They just want to get it sold. They want to get it sold quick. The investor's coming in.
So they're kind of releasing power of attorney authority for that representative to just take and deal with it.
Yes, to do everything except
So does the power of attorney allow them to sign at closing, or does the seller have to come back then?
the seller has to come back.
Come back
inside.
in.
Yeah.
Okay. That's awesome. What else? What else going on in the industry?
I think we are seeing fix and flip slow down a little bit,
Yep.
but wholesale's still steady. A lot of wholesale deals.
And also, so are you guys doing a lot of simultaneous transactions?
We do, yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Where we got a wholesaler, A closing to B, B closing to C
Yep.
structure.
Yep.
And the lender's doing A to C.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. And you guys are very fluent in all that.
Oh, absolutely. Oh, yeah.
Why do you think that is a valuable asset versus just throwing the wholesaler on the settlement statement, hiding their commission?
Yeah.
I know you guys.
Didn't want to say it out loud.
Yeah, no. And here's the deal that I tell my clients: regardless of what the wholesaler's making, you agreed to pay that price. Now, if the wholesaler's making more money than you when it's all said and done, that's on you.
Yeah.
And so, but you agreed, the numbers worked. Let's make the deal happen, move forward, get past yourself.
Exactly.
So I don't fault the wholesaler who's done 85% of the work. Finding the property is 85% of the challenge, the right deal. There's tons of properties out there, but finding the right deal is imperative to the success of everybody.
Yes.
And if a wholesaler's went and been able to find a deal, put a commission on there, and it's still profitable, move on. So do you guys work with a lot of wholesalers?
We do. Yes, absolutely. Because you never know what the wholesaler's going to do. Are they going to go ahead and flip it? Are they going to an end buyer? Are they going to keep it?
Right.
It's because sometimes they do.
Yes. Well, they find sweet enough deals like, hey, I'm going to keep this to myself.
Yes. Yeah.
And I've just exited out of the project, so I've got time, I've got money, I found this deal, I'm going to keep rolling it. Good deal.
Yes. There's always that opportunity with wholesalers.
Yep. So what else is going on in your world?
Living the dream.
Yeah.
You just had another grandbaby, didn't
I did.
you?
And they were both here. You missed them both.
Oh, I did.
Yeah, my daughter brought them both up. We've got them on camera. My oldest granddaughter, we sat here and did some little interviewing with her.
So it's super cute because I tell you, I feel like I've seen her like grow up
Yes.
from being a little infant.
Yes.
Because she's at the office all the time.
She was in the office every day. I made a deal with my daughter that I'll keep you on the payroll if you come up here every day. So she would come up from about 8 to 2. And yes, I had, and I call her Jelly Bean. I had Jelly Bean in the office every day. And yes, we did a lot of Facebook posts, a lot of Facebook Live. I wanted the world to enjoy the excitement that I was enjoying.
And I was.
Yeah.
For sure.
Yep.
Yes.
So
That's why, she's about 2.
two and 2 months maybe. Yeah.
Yes. I've seen her grow up.
Yep. And, we got a lot of commentary from people. Hey, where's Jelly Bean? Why isn't she on there? I'm like, yeah. So when my daughter was getting ready to deliver the second one, she said, I don't care if you keep me on payroll or not, but I'm working from home.
Yeah.
And so I'm not going to bring 2 kids up there. But now what she does is she brings them up once a week. And of course, there's that one day of the week that nothing gets done in the office.
Of course.
And it always happens to be the most busy day of a bunch of bull crap that's going on. So I got to decide, am I playing with the grandkids? Am I putting out fires? Am I trying to balance this? And it's always, I leave the day going, oh my God, I'm glad it's over.
So what is the nickname for the new baby?
So basically, it's Baby Cam.
Okay.
Baby Cam. and she, Jelly Bean, nicknamed him. So his name is Camden, and so we call him Baby Cam.
Very sweet.
So Camden Clay Coker, Triple C. It runs in that side of the family. Chandler Clay Coker, and then his dad's
cool.
Cameron. So it's fun. I love the grandkids. Holy cow. About 2 years ago, when she was born, I was putting a deal in place where I could retire.
Oh.
So that I would be done now, spending all my time with them.
Yes.
That didn't happen. I am no closer to retiring today than I've ever been. In fact, I'm busier now. I had somebody call the other day and said, "Hey, what's your calendar look like?" And I pulled it up on my iPad, and I just turned it to the camera and said, "Here's what my month looks like." And like, never mind, we'll catch you next month. We're busy. Trying to build, got the book that I was showing you that Kevin Harrington is out promoting it. Love the guy to death. He's out there pushing me I'm not paying him.
Really?
I'm not paying him. He's out there doing his deal, showing the book. I met him for breakfast yesterday and said, "Hey, we co-authored a book."
Dude, can you set me up? I'm going to meet him.
So Kevin and I co-authored a book that's going to be released.
Yourself, huh?
And so I've met with him on 2 or 3 times about that book and about some other things. So, but anyway, they were in Dallas yesterday. He said, "Hey, can you meet us at Las Colinas? We want to talk to you about some stuff." So Angie and I drove over there, met him for breakfast, and we were talking, and I said, "Hey, by the way, I wrote a book, published it. It's now out there on Amazon.com, The Unshakable Self." And I was showing him, he goes, "Tell me about this." So how long did it take you? I said, "It took me about a day, 12 hours. I wrote it in about 6 or 7 hours. Then I had to edit it and then format it. That took just about as long. Finally got it all done, loaded it into Kindle. So we did that first at a Kindle release.
Wow.
And then once I got that approved and launched, then I converted it over to paperback. And that took a few days. And then I've got, 50 of them ordered coming in.
Oh, nice.
He's like, "Really?" I'm like, "Yeah." He goes, "And I told you to do this 2 weeks ago and you've already done it. And yet I tell people to do this and it takes them years. Can I have that book?" I said, "Yeah." So he's now on circuit. I just showed you a picture on circuit doing his deal, but pushing my book, saying this is what it takes to be successful.
I love that.
So
tell me what's in the book.
So the book is all about, it's called The Unshakable Self, Rebuilding Your Life Through Spiritual, Mental, Physical, Daily Disciplines. I had to get it all in order. And so basically what it is, so we have a program that you take. It's a 25-question program. When you do that, it instantaneously comes back and builds out your 28-day schedule for you customized.
Wow.
Mine's different. His is different. Yours is different based upon you. The amazing thing is it tells you about you. The first paragraph is, here's who you are. Here's what you're doing. Here's your success. The next 2 paragraphs are, here's all the dead crap you've gone through.
Yeah.
The life scars, the battle scars, the growing pains, the disappointments, and where you're lacking in life. And so then from that, we build out a 28-day program for spiritual, physical, and mental disciplines, 20 minutes each day on each one, so an hour, to help you get a better routine to build a better, stronger foundation. Because as you know, as I know, life is not easy.
Nope.
The more you grow, the more you build, the more life comes at you.
Yep.
And if you don't have a solid foundation spiritually, mentally, physically, you'll just quit. You'll give up.
Yeah.
They'll give up.
Yeah.
How many investors have you seen that quit during COVID? They've quit now the high interest rates. They're no longer in the industry. Mainly because it got a little bit tough. But they go, this is too hard now. But when you're spiritually, mentally, physically sound, you're ready for those challenges. You're ready for that fight. And then we teach you never to quit. If you don't quit, you don't lose.
Right.
So that's what that is. And it's a 28-day foundation. Then we can go into a 90-day, 12-month. And from that, we start building into how to get into real estate, how to find deals, how to assess. So we take it. I want to make sure you are personally sound, that you've got yourself in order. Therefore, your family life's in order. Therefore, you're ready to take on a new challenge in real estate investing. And if you're willing to do that, then I'll invest in you. I'll coach you. I'll mentor you. I'll partner with you, and I'll fund the deals.
Wow.
Yeah. So that's what it's all about.
I
The little
love
bitty book
I love
starts
it.
the foundation for a life of transformation.
I love it. I remember when I first met you, you were doing some real estate meetups, and it was out of McKinney.
Yes.
And your platform was so unique and different from anyone else I had worked with at that point, because you were like, listen, I'm going to invest in you, and you're not going to lose money if you do a deal. I'm not going to let you lose money. And I was like blown away by that.
Well, we built that membership program, and so we went and bought. So we set up. So okay, we're going to bring on 50 members, cap it at 50. I went and hired 7 real estate agents, became employees, and their job for the next 60. So I announced it. We had 60 days. I told the realtors, you got 60 days to get me 100 properties into the platform, and if you can't do it, get out. I don't have time for. And this was back in 17, 18, right?
Yeah.
So it was easy.
Yeah.
So we loaded 100 properties. We then had the meetup.
Yep.
Announced it. Had 50 people sign up instantaneously. I mean, we couldn't sign up fast enough. But yeah, we would take down the property. I owned the property. We bought it. We disclosed our purchase price. We then had our contractors go in there and do a scope of work.
Yes.
So you knew what the scope of work was. We projected that ARV, and we also gave you a term sheet that said, here's how much money you need to come out of pocket in the whole terms. So all you had to do is log into your portal, go through the property. Oh, I want that one. And we allow you to have 2. That's why we had 100. And I want that one. And so you took them down, and then we funded the deal, and we micromanage you through that deal for success.
Yes.
Yep.
I remember that. It was amazing. It really was so unique. And I was like, you know what? I have to work with him, because no one else is doing this. No one else is setting people up for success. And that's what you do.
And if you go to any of my videos, you go to anything I posted, our tagline is to ensure success and profitability.
Yes.
Everything that we do is to ensure success and profitability. I don't need to do the loan. I need to build a relationship and have a partnership.
Yeah.
I need partners for life.
Yep.
That's generational wealth. That's a legacy.
Yep.
And so that's what we do, and that's what we focus on. And that's the book is going to that next level now. We can work with individuals and show them how to do real estate. But if they're not internally sound, they're going to crumble, especially right now, as hard as it is.
Yeah.
So we want to make sure that spiritually, mentally, physically, they are sound, they're loving life, so that they can take that energy and go out into the world and tackle it. And if they're not, they're going to fail. So that's our program today.
I love it. I want to know where I can get this book.
So I'm going to send it to you. It's on Amazon.com. The Unshakable Self by Toby Potter. There's no other book under that label. It's on Kindle or it's paperback.
Okay.
If you get a paperback, bring it to me. I'll sign it.
Okay, cool.
Yep. When you're talking to people, you talk to them when things are going right. If they're at the title, they're at closing, they're happy.
They're very happy.
Yep. But you know what? There's all those that you don't talk to anymore that are miserable. They're fed up, they're frustrated, they're irritated, they're agitated. Those are the clients we want to get back. Those are the ones we want to say, hey, you love real estate, you got into it for a reason.
Yeah.
It may have been a little bit tougher than you expected, but if you're serious about a better tomorrow, a better future financially, then let's get together and let's build a platform that works for you to ensure your success and profitability.
So how did you build out like the questions and then come up with like the platform solutions? Like, here's your plan, here's your 28 days, you have to do this. So how did you do that? So
I took everything that I know and I basically loaded it into AI and said, I'm looking to build a training program to better people individually. And everything and so I just went through and wrote all the headaches, all the heartaches, all the disappointments, and basically dumped my life into it.
Okay.
And then it came up with, a overview of the Unshakable Self. And I said, from that, now I want to build a questionnaire so that I can get to the inside heart of each individual person that customized to them. And so now it asks you questions, and then it goes to your social media and says, here's what Casey didn't say. Here's where Casey went back and had this issue. Here's where Casey is struggling with this. And it's amazing. And you can go over and scan the QR code and take the test. It takes like 5 minutes.
Okay.
And you're going to get an email. It's going to say, here's who Casey is. Here's the untold truth about Casey.
Yes.
And here's day one of a plan. And you're like, holy shit, I'm broken. And then
We all are.
We're all broken.
Yes.
And this is the thing. We're all broken. We all have life scars. We all have battle wounds. But we all want a better tomorrow. We just don't know how to get there.
Right.
And we're like, I don't want to do this by myself. I've tried it. You're right. Not everybody has that internal driving engine to just mold through it. But if you had just a little bit of support, you'd be rock stars.
Exactly.
And that's who Global Integrity Finance is.
That's what I think so many people lack in their lives. It's just that little bit of extra push that they need.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. So I'll get you the QR code. It's at my table. How do people find you at Texas Title?
Oh,
The listeners, we're back to you. This was all about you. You derailed it onto me.
I know.
How do we get back
That
to
on
you?
purpose.
Yeah. Tell us how people find you at Texas Title.
So I'm at the corporate office, 19111 Dallas Parkway. Just call the office, Texas Title, and ask for me. Ask for Casey Kime.
Website?
TexasTitle.com.
TexasTitle.com. Phone number?
469-867-6979.
Perfect. Hey, everybody. I've known this lady 9 years.
At least.
At 9 years, she was one of the very first individuals that believed in us. As she said, came to a meetup, saw what we were doing, said, I want to do business with that guy. We were introduced by an attorney,
I think so.
right? Remember?
I don't remember who it was, but
I don't
I
remember.
know I just showed up at your.
Yep. And so she's been in the industry. She is the most amazing individual that we've had the honor and pleasure of working with year after year after year. She's always there to answer questions, work through situations, maneuver whatever needs to be done, and get resolution. And that's why we love them. Support them 100%. Get a hold of her. If you're a realtor, if you're a investor, you're looking for a good home title company, because remember, your net worth is equal to your network. She's part of that network that you need to have in your arsenal to have success. Like, share, subscribe, hook it up. Let's go. Love you guys. Thank you.
Peace out.